And hello there, everyone. Ooh, there's some volume. Welcome back to Geek Cheese, and welcome back to some more Cheese League Baseball here on the only station for Cheese League Baseball. Geek Cheese, I already mentioned that. I don't know why I said it twice, but just checking the integrity of my recording. It looks like we are good, and we got some more semifinal fake baseball action here, powered by Super Mega Baseball 4. It's Gorgonzola Gothams, Stilton Saucers. This series is tied up at 2 apiece. Emil Garner, Bernie Booth on the mounds. And look at that. Pretty even matchup. 2-0, 1-0, 4.35 ERA, 4.41. A little over a 1 whip for both of them. So it seems to be a pretty even matchup. And we're going back to the corral here for what is game number 5 of this series. So strap on in, and here we go. I'm giving myself some volume now. And, just texting with people, and they're getting back to me, so that is what those noises are. Hope you're all having a wonderful day, wherever you are. It's very hot here in the Great Northeast. All right. Cashton Camacho is going to lead it off for the Goat Heads. And he's hitting 451 in this tourney. Right fielder. And here's Booth. Ball inside. Like I mentioned, 1-0. That 4.41 ERA, I think it was, entering today's game. And he gives up a base hit. First thing. All right, here's Rohan Baldwin. Left fielder, 364 average for him in the tourney. Looking a little well. I think he may have tweaked something at some point. 1-2 count. Runner on first already. And Booth sets, delivers, and thinks about it. And that one was foul. And again. And that was foul. And again. And that one passed the diving. I guess that's Wilhelm there at first. Yes, it is. Oh, is it? Yeah, I think it is Wilhelm. All right, Alvarado up now. And look at this. Early threat from the Gothams. With Alvarado, 469, 5 homers, 16 RBIs. We know what he can do. Looking locked in at the plate. 2 good base stealers on first and second. And there's strike 2 from Booth. That one's hit high. Doesn't have the distance. It's going to get that runner to third, though, as Batista fires in. All right, so at the corners, 1 out. And that brings up Arlo Franks. We saw Franks, the non-home run hitting home run hitter, hit his first home run, dinked over the wall, and it's an easily stolen bag. So second and third now. It takes away that double play option. Frank's not doing his team any favors by chasing these pitches. What are you doing? All right, now 2 outs. Zeke Bond up. 270 for him, the DH. It's been kind of a hard-fought series between these two. And that's grounder to Miller, and they get out of it. Booth gets out of the early jam. Bottom of the first we go. Anson Caldwell's going to step in, facing off against Emil Garner. Is Garner a lefty? No, he's a righty. And that one, Jacobs with the nice diving stop, but they don't get him. Pretty close, but they don't get him. Too deep in the hole. Hit a little too soft, I think. That's a hard hit ball, like a real hard hit, then I think they would have had a chance. He just runs, look at the speed on first. He just runs too well. As Demetrius Spencer steps in, the left fielder for the home team, Stilton Saucers. And the runner goes. Testing the arm. This is Jackson behind the plate. Gets there safely. Go to Franks. He's going to win the foot race. Runner does advance to third. So there's one out, runner on third for Matt Schaefer. That's a foul. Foul ball again, 0-2 on Schaefer. Infield drawn in, they throw home. And they get him in a rundown. Oh no! Jackson drops it, but is able to recover and pick up the ball right as he's trying to run past her and score for the tag out. Good recovery by Jackson. Messy play by the Gothams. And boom, just like that, Wilhelm goes down on strikes. Jeez, wow, it was kind of like a Little League play almost. All right, here's Camden Anthony. He's going to lead things off. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Gothams in the top of the second. All right. Out number 1 as Jacob steps in. 439 average. Let's see if Booth can have a quicker inning this time around. Oh, and 2. And that one is fouled away. And the 0-2 pitch again. Ball high. Sharply hit, but foul. And a little dinker down to Wilhelm at first. That is going to be the second out. Like I said, these two teams, since Jackson steps in, 297 for her. Good hitting catcher. Both these teams have really battled against each other. Obviously, the series is tied at 2. But yeah, just a very, very hard-fought series between these two teams. But a lot of back and forth. As there's a line out to Miller to end the inning. And, you know, extra innings, just a lot of back and forth. I don't have a true sense of actually who's going to win this. Because at any given moment, I feel like one team... Ooh, wow, she was way out in front of that Ventura up. The catcher. At any given moment, I feel like one team could outlast the other. I feel that maybe the Gotham's pitching is a little bit better. And then the Saucers bats are better. That one is drilled. Facing point into the deepest part of the ballpark, into the notch. And he's going to be going for 3. On his horse. And there he goes. Les Batista. In with a triple. 1-out triple, I believe. As Bree Bracketeer steps up. Sorry, 2-out triple. No, 1-out triple. And Bracketeer hits one that dunks in just in front of Rohan Baldwin for an RBI single, and that breaks the scoreless tie. 1-0 now. The Saucers lead it. Gabe Peacock stepping in now. And over to Michaels for the 5, 4, and 3 double play to end the inning. 1 run, though, on the RBI single, going to the top of the third. Art Michaels going to lead things off, 209 average. Booth pitching with a lead now. So, like I said, I don't know who. I don't have a real good sense of who's going to win this series. The other series is a little different. And down on strikes. As Cash and Camacho steps in, 1-for-1 today. Top of the order back up. The other series is a little different. A little different for me. Mechanics, I feel like, have all of the tools, so to speak. Did not mean to say it like that, make that joke or pun. But I do. I feel like they have all the tools. That one is hit into the gap. That's going to get to the wall. Short porch there. He's on it. He's going. He's just in there. So, you know, I was cashing Camacho, right? Or is that Alvarado? I forget. Either way, whoever it is, whoever you are, you're running so well. The top of this lineup. That's the thing. The top of the Gotham's lineup. I feel like they just have so much more speed. The Gouda Giants bats are just a force to be reckoned with. Their pitching staff, their bullpen, I would say, especially, is extremely good. Pitching staff has been maybe a little spotty. All right, Baldwin walks. Here's Alvarado, so was Camacho. I have to sneeze. Apologize for that. Gone. A 3-run jack. Wow, that was a tank job. Henry Alvarado. 484-foot shot, 6 homer, 19th RBI. Is that the longest homer that we've seen? I believe so. 484-foot shot. I think 481? 42? Something like that. Might have been the longest that we saw so far. 484. It's a tank to get out to there. So that 3-run jack, that gives the Gothams 3-1 lead. And that's a base hit up the middle from the non-home run hitting Arlo Franks.
Now back, designated pick number 16.
Here's Zeke Bond 0-for-1. Zeke Bond. Mentioned they called him Spaceman. Or the Martian. I forget what they call him. Ooh, that one's hit really hard. Down to third. It goes off Peacock's glove. Nice diving try. It's into foul ground, so that puts runners on first and second here for Camden Anthony. 0-for-1. Boy, he has struggled so much. Like I said, top of this order for the... And that was hit into the gap. And that's going to be an extra bagger. And the runner comes home from second. It's an RBI double. 4-1 now. The Gothams are beating up on Booth. And he's done. All right. The Stilton manager doesn't want to see any more of this. And a little bunt action. Runner comes home. 5-1. The Gothams are figuring out ways to get it done today. All right, we saw Joey Kramer come in, by the way, on the mound now. Here's Lizzie Jackson, runner at third. And that runner's coming home. It's an RBI single. 6-1 now. Gothams lead it. And it's just kind of hit parade. Michaels stepping in. Like I mentioned, I think the Gothams have a little more speed, or I mean, a little more speed up front in their lineup. We saw some of the guys, Jackson being one of them, but you know, some of the middle of their lineup does not run as well, but they can hit. Still think their pitching is a little bit better, and I think their hitting is a little bit better than the Saucers. If I said the opposite before, as I was talking about random things, yeah, whatever. I may have just said the opposite. I've contradicted myself. What I can do is go back to the stats from last time around. over to Alvarado at second. That's the first out. What I can tell you is that the Gothams did not hit well last time around. The Saucers did, but the Saucers also got knocked out in the first round because their pitching was bad. Their pitching was just not good, not good at all. And the Gothams pitching much better. 1-2, and that one is fouled away. Stays in play, but no chance. And over to Franks. That is out number 2. Okay, you know, as Demetrius Spencer steps in, he's over 1. It all comes down to pitching. That's really all of baseball. Fake baseball or not, it just comes down to, you know, you just have to, if you pitch well, I think the hitting will come. Now Garrett Cole will have something to say about that because he seems to pitch a gem every time he comes out for the Yankees and they score maybe 1 or 2 runs for him. Give that guy no run support. But pitching is so key. It's good to have some solid starters. A bullpen is such an asset. That one's a foul down the line. So that is base hit. Start off the top of the 4th. Hey, how about a very quiet bottom of the 3rd for the Saucers? So let's talk about that. Joe Kramer back out on the mound, by the way, for the Saucers. Just under the camera well here. And Baldwin swings over that one. 0-2. Good speed, as always, on first base. And Bracketeer catches that. This is Alvarado. He had a 3-run jack. And, you know, Alvarado, he's an A- rated second baseman. You know, don't think of him as like a real big home run hitter, but it's interesting. He has 6 home runs, 19 RBIs, as they try to keep the runner close. And last tournament, as he goes, and he's safe. Last tournament, you know, the record, which has been broken, but the record for home runs and RBIs last tournament was 7-28. And a guy like Alvarado, who's having a solid year, but is not, you know, the home run king, he's almost beat that the previous record. Which is, there's a lot more offense. I think there's Arlo Franks again, hitting singles. And it's interesting, I think from Super Mega Baseball 3 to 4, I think that there's a beef and a bump up in the AI side in offense. And it has made it more challenging, you know, when I'm playing the game and not just talking over it. I do find it to be a lot more challenging. That one gets away from Ventura and easily, Camacho just easily comes home. And that's a rocket. Boy, that was so hard hit by Zeke Bond. It skips like a skipping stone. That's how hard that was hit. It's like skipping over the dirt, clay, and the grass. So that puts runners at the corners and 2 outs. Josiah Whitney coming in out of the bullpen. He's been pretty solid for them. And gets the ground out for the final out of the inning. 7-1, folks. The Gorgonzola Gothams leading it over the Stilton Saucers. Here comes Matt Schaefer. Garner with the lead, looking pretty comfortable out there on the mound. Slow roller. Oh no. Oh my gosh, what happened there? What happened there, guy? Art Michaels is what happened there. All right, runner, very good speed at first base comes in. Wilhelm steps up. Got 3, 4, and 5 due up this inning. And quickly in the hole, 0-2. Down to strikes he goes. Garner gets him. Good pitching there from Garner. That brings up the catcher Ventura's 0 for 1. Art Michaels has had such a rough series, such a rough season, as that one is hit, and it's going to bounce up against the wall. Baldwin plays it well off the carom, and that puts runners at the corners. As Batista steps in. He had a triple his last time up, and don't let that beer gut fool you. This guy can move. I didn't even tell you what Garner throws. Four-seamer, cutter, slider, curveball, changeup from the righty. Seen a couple of pitches there. Saw a slider early, high. Ooh, good pitch. Down on a way to get Les Batista. Bracketeer steps in now with 2 outs. Runners at the corners. Here's the thing about these actually all 4 teams that we have in the semifinals. Here's the thing. I can't count anything out. I cannot rule anything out. We just saw a game as she puts the bat head out there and just kind of fouls it away. 2-2. Down on strikes. Boy, what an incredible pitching performance by Neil Gardner. We just saw a game, though, that was, I think, what was it, like 7-1 in, I forget, in the 6th or in the 7th, and then the Mechanics come back and tie it up. They score 6 runs over like the next 2 innings or something, and then they tie it up, and that's gone. That's tattooed. And it got out of here in a hurry. Malachi Jacobs with the solo shot. 376 foot, 3rd homer, 9th RBI. And that's 8-1 now. But you know, so the Mechanics, they scored 6 runs. They tied the ball game. They tied the ball game, and then they made it even difficult, and then went into extra innings. It's just nuts. So like, I can't count any of these teams out. I can't count out the Saucers in this. And it was 8-1. 7 runs honestly means nothing. Unless, I guess, unless your starting pitching is phenomenal, which it seems to be from Garner today. It's starting to get weird outside. Here's Art Michaels. Let's talk about Art Michaels. Can I just talk about Art Michaels now? I can't wait till this season's over so I can go through the stats and everything. Ooh, a little chin music there. Like a looping curve from Josiah Whitney almost knocks him. And that's an out. Michaels can't get a break this year. Let me tell you, he hit 167 in the last tournament as well. And he is just an A-rated player who can't catch a break. Cannot catch a break. I think he's an A-rated player. Skied out to center field. And there it is, out number 3. Another run comes home, though. 8-1. Gorgonzola Gothams lead it over the Stilton Saucers. I don't know. Camden Anthony's guy I can't figure out either for the Gothams. I don't know why he's as bad as he is. Here's Garner. Right back to him. Out number 1. Quick and easy for him. Here's Ari Miller. I should not be drinking that iced tea, but it is tasty sugar water. I should make my own homemade iced tea. What am I talking about? I have iced tea bags here. Why did I buy it? I don't know why I did that. And that is base hit. So 2 on now. 1 out for the Saucers. And like I said, anything can happen. I wouldn't rule out anything. Demetrius Spencer steps in. He's 0 for 2. It's tough. It's tough. And we think about the fields where these teams play, too, because the fields have come into play quite a bit. Here at the corral, as that one is popped up. And an easy catch here. Who's that? Baldwin, number 2. The runners stayed put. Here at the corral, in the Gothams home park, Founders Field, very, very shallow in right field. That has come in quite a bit, especially I would say more so at Founders Field. There's been a lot more homers, a lot more long balls, and ones that you were like, that can't go, and then it goes, and it's in the picnic patio, and you're like, damn, really? That has happened a couple of times here and at Founders Field. I think that's come into play quite a bit. For now, the mechanics and the Giants Apple Field and the Motor Yard. I feel like the Motor Yard is played very, very small. That one drilled but foul. Motor Yard to me is played super small this year. We've seen some tank jobs out of that place. I don't think it's the smallest ballpark. I think it's not the smallest ballpark. It actually is a tank job. It's like 424 foot, I think. That is a base hit into severe thunderstorm watch. So that's why it does look squirrely outside, because there's a severe thunderstorm watch. It's Henry Alvarado. Yankees are playing. It's the bottom of the 3rd. And Elliston comes in now in relief of Whitney. Good speed on first here for the Gothams. And that's a base hit. Alvarado. So 2 on, nobody out. And although Frank steps in, he's 2 for 3 with the single. Yankees did their old timers day today, and I'm pretty sure they didn't do their traditional exhibition game against the old timers. The old timers playing against each other, like play like a couple innings or something. And it's really stupid. And that is a base hit down the 3rd baseline. And coming home, easily gets in there, 9-1 now. I'll tell you what, Zeke Bond steps in. He's 2 for 3 as well. I'll tell you what, this crowd at the corral, this is the quietest I've kind of heard them. It's inside. And there's a ball. 2-0. And 3-0 now, and Zeke Bond. Elliston, you can't lose him. Ripped, and that could be 2, and it is. 5-4-3 double play. The runner does move up to 3rd. That brings up Camden Anthony, who's 1 for 3 with a double. And there's a strike. And another strike, 1-2. And a fair ball hit down the first baseline. And it's going to be an RBI double, 10-1. Boy, oh boy, the Gothams are just piling it on here as Malachi Jacobs steps in. So if you're on the fence, if you're joining us late in this game, which I know most of you do check in later, Jacobs hits a tank. Where's that going? Not as far as 484 foot. That was at least 450. 443. Jacobs, 4th homer, 11th RBI, 2nd homer of the day as well. And man, it's 11-1 now. 10-run lead. 12-1. An 11-run lead. Even more so. They're just tanking it. Just, like I said, just tattooing the ball. And, oh my God, back-to-back jacks. Where is that going? Into the shrubbery. Lizzie Jackson. 449-foot shot. 3rd homer, 6 RBI. They're just jumping all over the Saucers pitching. Here's Art Michaels. So what I was going to say is that thank you for coming over and watching. If you're watching late, which I know most of you do, kind of pop on the video and then skip ahead to see what's going on. That's fine. See the last final innings 13-1. That's what the score is right now. Top of the 6th. And that should be the final out. Nobody's covering first. Oh my God, that was almost a Little League play. 5 runs at the top of the 6th. And the part of the order drew up for the Saucers. It's very apt to playing it. Whatever that song is.
Now in the game, Gustav Hale.
Gustav Hale's coming in at third now. It was a very good call by the organ player here at the corral. But so, if you're joining us late, which again I know most of you are, that one is drilled, and that is going to get all the way to the wall in the notch. And that is the leadoff double here in the bottom of the 6th for the Saucers. Brings up Ventura's bumper too. Thanks so much for coming over, watching this game. Thank you for subbing. If you're not already subscribed, please do. 96 subs, which is crazy for just like a little guy sitting in a room doing this. Appreciate all the love and support though. This should be an out, and they thought about tagging up, but no way. And here's Batista. And yeah, this is some good fake baseball action. If you're on the fence, if you're checking this out because you're on the fence about buying Super Mega Baseball 4, or you want to see what the gameplay looks like, or you want to see what graphics look like, any of that kind of stuff, this is played on Steam, and I absolutely love this game, obviously, as that is a base hit. The leaping try of Alvarado. And here comes Gabe Peacock. It's absolutely worth it. They've added some really cool ballparks to it. A lot more customization from 3 to 4. As that's pop up and into center field. That will be the final out. They do get a run though. Top of the 7th we go. Top of the order due up. Jeez. Always the top of the order due up for the Gothams. I feel like the players though, the player models and the customization you can do with the player models is so much fun. It's so much fun. I created all of these players just from Super Mega Baseball 3 to 4. Had to recreate all these teams. Did that. It was so much fun giving each player like a personality. You know, picking a walk-up song for these players. Like it's just neat. Picking a batting stance and all that kind of stuff. And what it does is makes it easier. Makes it easier for me, honestly. I can look at the guy and I can know who it is, just by their looks now. More so now, Super Mega Baseball 4, than in 3. But it's just a very, very good game. I played the franchise mode quite a bit. Really like that. Shuffle Draft is fun. I did this franchise Shuffle Draft with the Charcuterie League and built a team from there. And it's a strikeout for Elliston. As Alvarado steps in 2 for 4, home run, single, 3 RBIs, have yourself a game. And yeah, so it's definitely worth it. Creating the teams, playing exhibition games with the legends. I wasn't sure if I'd like that, but I do. When I stream the Charcuterie League, I might add the legends to it. Debating that. I think that would be actually kind of fun to see if Babe Ruth gets picked up by a team. So yeah, so there's all types of neat stuff. But if you're on the fence, I just highly suggest it. Here comes Greg Farley into the game. Just highly, highly suggest it. And that's a base hit up the middle. Again, Arlo Frankshire, singles hitter. So, yeah, that's why you've come over to Geek Cheese, just to see what this game is all about. Just go out and buy it. It's good. I would say if you have gaming laptop, PC, if you have a Xbox or a PS4 or 5 or whatever they're up to now, then yeah, definitely make the investment. On the Switch, I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard that it lags. I've heard it's a little rough on the Switch. Super Mega Baseball 3 honestly did that for me on my Switch. That one is ripped, but right at Batista. Threat is over. Bottom of the 7th now, 13-2. And can the Saucers come back? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, so just come out, go out and buy this game. New ballpark they added, Castillo Arena. I'm trying to figure out where that one's located. I think there's some speculation it might be in Mexico, but I have to do a little more digging on that one. Because the last one, Ciudad del Colores, was in Mexico. All right, that's first out. Anson Caldwell's quietly had a good game. 2 for 3, 2 singles. All right. Emil Garner is out. We're going to have Santana come in to close things out. Obviously not a save situation, so no need to use the closer. And there it is. There's second out. Let's see what happens here. What the hell is this going on? Something's going on in my front porch. I don't know what that's all about. I gotta go check that out. After this game, seems like somebody was on my front porch doing something. Slow roller. That is the final out of the game, and oh my god, was it a blowout by the Gorgonzola Gothams? Let's take a look at this. They absolutely just dealt with the Stilton Saucers. 13-20-1 to 2-8-0. Holy cow. They just, again, just an absolute blowout. So everybody, with the exception of Michaels, poor Art Michaels, he's just struggling. Everybody had a hit. Actually, everybody had a multi-hit game. Who are you going to pick for the tops? I don't know, Franks maybe, but probably Alvarado because he had a homer and 3 RBIs. Probably Jacobs because he had 2 homers. 1 walk, 12 strikeouts. Just, oh my god, just ridiculous. On the Saucer side, a little different story. Some good performances there by Caldwell and Bracketeer. Otherwise, not so much. No walks, 4 strikeouts, so not a lot of strikeouts altogether or walks. That's kind of why it was a quick game. Actually, it wasn't a quick game. As I'm looking at my timer, oh my god, it wasn't a quick game. Garner just pitched exceptionally well. He'll probably be top-notch here. His 3rd win. Booth does take the loss. And yep, no Garner, but Jacobs, Alvarado, and Anthony. So let's go to the Elimination Hub, because that will show us that the Gorgonzola Gothams now have a 3-2 lead on the Stilton Saucers. So they are the 2nd seed. So let's see what happens there. Number 2 seed, I should say. Let's see what happens there. One more win. They're going to the championship game, the Cheese League Cup championship game. All right, that's it for me now, folks. Thank you so much for hanging out and for watching. I'm going to go check out what's going on at my front porch. I don't know why I'm getting notifications. And yeah, we will see you guys later. Again, buy this game. It's amazing. Like, subscribe. Give us a thumbs up, hit the bell, all that good stuff, and we will see you guys again for some more semifinal baseball action. Baseball. See ya.